Is real estate a good idea for nurses? Welcome to Stronger Nurse Universe and Investing 101. Can nurses own property? How can you tell if a property is a great buy, ta-da, or that's a fluke? If you're familiar with this channel, you know that most of our discussions are like interrogations a little bit, and they are based on real life interactions that I've had with fellow nurses. One thing about myself is that I love to meet new people and hear their thoughts and their opinions. So I met a nurse. His plan was to buy a house every year for 10 years. That's 10 houses. And then leave the bedside. Audacious, I know, especially considering that he had only been a nurse for 3 years. Okay, follow me. And started traveling with just 1 year of work experience during the pandemic in 2021. He was one of them 2020 nurse babies. Now, y'all remember when them rates was at an all-time high? Yeah. He explained to me that nursing is similar to military service. This job ain't meant to be done for 40 years, and I couldn't agree more. According to him, the wear and tear on our bodies is not a worthy investment compared to the paltry rewards. And I'm sure you'd agree. So, I expanded on my conversation with said colleague. He mentioned that he had already acquired 2 properties in his 3 years as a nurse. So I was curious, what kind of properties were these? Property number 1. The first property was in the Philippines. Beautiful country. Now he has family members who live back there like most Filipinos do. And they were renting from a landlord who had recently passed. The landlord's relatives trusted this nurse's family so much that they offered them exclusive rights, right? Or that's what they were led to believe. Sadly, they forgot one of the biggest rules of investing. Rule number 1 of investing. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. They were blindsided and had to spend an extra 30 G's to secure the property. That's $30,000 that they had to pull out of somewhere. Unfortunately, he only found out that the seller had lied about the value of the property and overcharged him after a title search. Upon completion of the deal, keyword completion, he did not do a title search before. Since he was lured, hook, line, and sinker, to an exclusive opportunity, he didn't bother to ask no questions about the property's condition, rental rates, occupancy rates, and of all things, the location. Who is this guy? That was really trusting of him. However, I know like you can't rely on just nobody when money is involved. You got to do your due diligence. Well, his failure to do the necessary checks severely cost him, and the property turned out to be a money pit. Whew. What was supposed to be a 16-bed rental unit turned out to be a dilapidated shack in some swampland area with closets converted into rooms to fluff up the occupancy rate. To make the property habitable, meaning live in, he had to knock down and reconstruct several rooms to create just 12 out of them 16 livable apartments. And what's worse, the cost to rehab the property will not be recouped by increasing rental rates because of the location of the property. So he had to watch literally as he lost so much money for months on end on this property. Sad story. Property number 2. The second investment was a $500K rental property in Tennessee in the mountains where some of the lowest income property owners are. He never visited the property and he didn't even get an inspection. Bro, even funnier, he didn't get any comparison rates for the rental rates in that area or negotiate the price of the property. And he purchased the property in his personal name. Oh my God, under a personal mortgage. Who is this dude? You'll be surprised by the mistakes you can make when you attempt to get your feet wet with investments without proper coaching and knowledge. So the question is, why did he go ahead and purchase a seemingly obvious money pit? Well, it was already generating revenue. I get it. And he believed, naively, that he would never face any threats of lawsuits. Bro, who you think you are? He told me that he had no idea what was wrong with the property and was now dreading the possibility that he would now have to spend a ton of money on repairs. I'm like, you didn't think about this before you bought it? 10 things to know about real estate investing. Now, it's important that you visualize, okay, the obvious red flags that my colleague over here ignored. The consequences of this negligence will probably last for the entirety of the property. He might have to sell it at a loss. I have my real estate license in Texas, but I've kept it in an inactive status until I am prepared with a strategy and a plan to make a very bold move. I have also invested in a top-notch real estate coach who will teach me everything I need to know over the next 5 to 10 years, so I don't lose my mind or my money. If you care about helping people in your dreams, nursing, it can be a great stepping stone. I encourage everybody, but I advise every young nurse to begin exploring the real estate pathway as a blueprint, okay, for personal success and fulfillment in the long term. So, here are the top 10 things you should know and do before beginning to wade in the murky waters of real estate investing. Number 1, real estate is all about OPM, investing other people's money to make money. So there are 2 types of debt, good and bad. Good debt is when you leverage OPM, other people's assets and resources to grow your wealth. Bad debt is incurred to fund liabilities and includes high interest payday or title loans and credit cards. Number 2, real estate involves a lot of maintenance and repairs. And as an investor, I'm an investor, you must be ready to deal with the occasional repairs when they arise and stuff happens. You gotta have somebody you can trust, a handy person on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, baby, unless you enjoy fixing clogged toilets at 3 a.m. Number 3, real estate is a business. Like any other venture, it requires you to have a business-centered mindset. You gotta have management skills. Your dreams of success and massive profits can quickly become a scene in a best-selling horror flick if you lack the right skill set. Number 4, did you know that there are laws, rules, and regulations guiding real estate operations everywhere in the world? It's always best to work with legal counsel. Also, I don't know about you, but you got to keep proper inventory and records of all your transactions because Uncle Sam will take your shit. Number 5, reselling a property after a deal gone sour is usually extremely impossibly difficult. So never be too much in a rush to seal a purchase on any property. Number 6, invest in your financial education before real estate. Most banks and investors are unlikely to lend to people with a poor track record of repaying their loans or who constantly fail to pay their bills on time. Before stepping into the capital intensive path, because you're going to earn a lot of money and you need to know what to do with it, it's wise that you build your credit score first and live off a budget. Number 7, you're going to have to take the time to learn about the business before you buy your first property. Look out for knowledgeable people across relevant fields. And I'm talking about accountants. You need somebody good with the money that you can trust. Real estate agents, people who know the city. Attorneys, people who know the laws. Property managers, people who get people to pay their bills. Appraisers, people who help you with that. Contractors and fellow investors. Man, you want to pull your money together. Number 8, if you are one of those people whose property suffers a catastrophic loss, your creditors will come after your business and your personal assets. This means your hard-earned money, your home, your cars, and other fancy possessions are at risk of being overtaken by lenders. Number 9, when buying a multi-family residential, Always, always, always consult professionals to assist you with examining them sellers' books. Don't believe the books unless you pay somebody to do it. Don't just take their word for it. You must be sure that the property is generating the profits that they say they do. And number 10, finally, get an expert to inspect the property, please. High quality home inspectors, they're not cheap. But they can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars, man, over time. So, should you get into real estate? That's your decision to make. However, with proper guidance and the right mindset, this investment is one of the best ways for a nurse to make a healthy return on investment and enjoy an early retirement. Thank you for joining Stronger Nurse Universe. I appreciate you taking your time to watch all these little tidbits and nuggets. I will see you in my next video.